record button. Favor, approve it, and then say and spell your first and last name for me.
Brian Klein, that's BrianKlein.
And what is your position with VTC?
I'm the COO for
Gotcha.
VTC Insurance.
Tell me about your company and where you all are located, and any more local branches that could be here in the West Michigan area.
Sure. So VTC Insurance Group has been around since 1957. We're within the top 3 largest independent agents in the state of Michigan. We have locations throughout the Metro Detroit area, as well as in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We're right downtown on Pearl Street.
So
and we also do auto, home. We also do commercial insurance, surety bonding, and employee benefits.
So I'm talking about the MCCA refund checks. So tell me about, first your company's role in those, whether you've got one or not.
Right. Well, that's a great question. VTC is an independent insurance agency, so we represent multiple companies, and we place policies or write policies for our customers, placing them with the various different insurance companies. So, from our perspective, we are the intermediary. What we have found is with the refund, there's been a lot of confusion. First, where are they going to get their check from? Who's going to pay for it? That type of thing. And, for us, the checks come directly to the customer from the insurance company. So they will not go through the agency. It'll be a direct check or ACH, direct wire to their bank account.
And can you kind of speak to what people can expect, whether they have, let's say, a smaller, more Michigan-based insurance company for their auto insurance, as opposed to, a bigger one like Liberty or Progressive or one of those guys?
That's a great question. And, I think regardless of size, it could vary, right? It depends on a number of things. So, for example, regardless of insurance company size, if you do all of your transactions with that insurance company via direct bill, or where they're going in through via ACH, you will get those checks quicker. If you traditionally do your business where you're writing premium checks, putting it through snail mail, they're going to cut you a check, and that may take longer going through the mail. As far as the difference between large and small, you may find that larger companies may take longer, but again, it gets back to the technology that might be behind that company. So in terms of how they're going to kick it out, all insurance companies have until May 9th to cut the checks. So it just depends too on how quick they want to get those checks out.
There's a lot of talk on Facebook, and it's okay if you don't want to address this question, but I have to ask. There's a lot of frustrated comments being like, oh my God, insurance companies are holding on to this money until the last minute so they could collect interest on it. I don't know if you've seen comments like that. I was wondering, is there validity to that, do you think?
Honestly, no. There's really a tight window where insurance companies have to mail out the checks, right? And May 9th is the deadline, but I think the start date was, I want to say, beginning of April. So if you really think about holding on to the money, the state of Michigan issued the order to refund, and this is the timeline that they've selected. Of course, you got to remember that once the governor signed the order, it takes a while for things to process through. So if an insurance company decides to wait until May 9th, it might be more because of just them going through their process to get the checks out. And if you really think about it in terms of the interest you can really earn between April 1st through May 9th, it's not a lot of interest. So I just don't think that's true. So
I hear you there. It's definitely a small window. And when people are, let's say they have the same carrier as their neighbor, and their neighbor gets their check first, but this person doesn't, do you think there is any concern, or is it really just wait until May 9th?
I think just wait until May 9th. I think if they don't get their check, what I would recommend that they can call the company direct, the insurance company, or call your independent agent if you've gone through an agent to purchase your insurance. And, they can take a look for that. The holdup could be of various things, depending, again, getting back to whether they're ACH or they're getting a snail mail check. And so I think at the end of the day, I wouldn't panic. I think it also, they may have to take a step back and maybe they've moved. So that may delay things, right? But if they've had a vehicle that was insured as of October 31st of 2021, they will get a check from that insurance company who was insuring it at the time.
And I know you all are writing the checks yourselves, but do you happen to know how many are going out just based on the agencies you're with, if that makes sense?
Well, there's a lot of them going out. Let's put it that way. I mean, if you think about the millions of people that are in the state of Michigan that potentially purchase liability insurance on their automobiles, that's probably about how many checks are going out. So there's a lot.
Yeah. I think the number's like 7.5 million statewide. Once you said million, it kind of take a little reminder in my brain. Is there anything else you'd like to share when it comes to the MCCA refund checks and, kind of being halfway through this process? Anything else you'd like to share?
No, I just think everybody, it's great to get money after, paying into insurance premiums. So again, I think it's for the consumer, it's welcome news generally. I would just say, just be patient. The money's on its way, and there are remedies in the event that you don't get that money. And it's just simply giving your insurance company a call or your agent.
Gotcha. I think that's all I need. I appreciate